Hey guys!
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please do subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when we post a new video. We do Disney vlogs and tips and tricks videos and all sorts of Disney events.
Today we've got a very special video. It's going to be a Walt Disney World video, which is obviously everyone's favourite type of video. If not, why not? And also this is our very first collaboration video.
Yes! Yeah, it's very exciting. So this video is in collaboration with Closniks, Disney Fans UK, Disadventures and Millsy B. We'll leave everybody's details in the description box below, and together we're coming up with 50 of the best tips for your Walt Disney World holiday, and everybody's sort of taking on a different category, and the aim is to give everybody that watches our videos the best Disney World holiday ever.
Yeah, so we've got all of our semi-obsessed Disney minds, we've smashed them all together and we've come up with our top 50 tips.
Semi-obsessed, sorry. Semi-obsessed.
Are completely Disney obsessed. Every breathing moment is focused on Disney. Smashed all of our minds together, come up with our top 50 tips to get the best things for you. Also, the way that we've done it is each channel is focusing on its own separate category. So we're going to be covering everything from fast passes to attractions to food. For our category, we're going to be talking about shows and special events.
Yes.
So obviously Disney World is massive and all of it is completely riddled through shows and special events throughout the whole year. You've got everything from Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, Mickey's Very Merry Christmas, and then sort of on a daily basis throughout the whole year you've got illuminations and you've got the fireworks going on everywhere all of the time, and then even down to little shows throughout parks every day, like the Trolley People and the Dapper Dans.
Yeah, and the Jack Sparrow pirate tutorial. And you've also got like Beauty and the Beast live on stage, and like Pixar in concert that is also on the same stage in Hollywood Studios, so there's a ton.
We're going to be talking about how to make the most of all of these events and to make sure you get the best experience through all of them.
So our 10 tips are going to be numbers 21 through to 30 of the 50 total. So let's get started.
Our tip number 1, or tip 21, is to always prioritise at parties. So throughout the year you get the special events like Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party, Mickey's
Very Merry Christmas party.
And it's very tempting to think you're going to get in there as soon as it opens and you're going to blitz through everything, you're going to see all the characters, you're going to do all the rides, see all the parades, see all the fireworks. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. You need to prioritise what you're going to do.
Yes.
If you want to meet the characters, you have to try and plan your event around that. Especially at Halloween, people buy tickets to the party just to meet Jack and Sally. Or if you want to dress up for Mickey's Not So Scary and then you have to go around to all the different trick-or-treat spots, then that will take up the majority of your night, and if you want to do all the spots, that'll take up the majority of your night, and then you've just got the fireworks left.
Yes.
So,
and the parade.
Yeah. Or you might want the people that want to experience.
It's gone.
Or you could Or you could just be one of those people that want to take in the atmosphere, the Halloween vibe, and then you want to go on all the rides at night time and then try and spot one of the parades going off in the distance. So you need to decide what you're going to do, you need to prioritise it and plan your day around that.
Tip number 22 is to take advantage of the second showings of things that Disney gives you. So this is with regards to parades, especially at special events like Mickey's Not So Scary and Very Merry Christmas Party. So there's one showing at like say 9 o'clock and then another one at 11. So, and the second one is always far less crowded.
Yeah.
So you're always more likely to get a much better seat without having to wait quite as long. Something to bear in mind is if the weather does change, there probably will be only one showing. So if it's stormy, it's best to go to the first showing of the parade just to be safe, just to make sure that you do see it.
Yeah. Yeah, or they'll cut the shows sort of short. When we last did the Halloween party, they cancelled the first showing of the Hocus Pocus show.
Yeah, no, we saw a short version of it, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then for the parade as well, I think they just didn't do one of the parades. And then for the second one, it was like a limited parade, they didn't have the Headless Horseman.
Yeah,
so
I think everything else was the same, but the Headless Horseman, they said it sort of wasn't safe for him because it had been really. This was the only day or the only evening where it was super stormy was on Mickey's Not So Scary Night. which is a shame, but
Definitely.
yeah. But something to bear in mind as well is that there is not a second showing of Hallowishes fireworks, for example, and I don't think there's a second showing of the fireworks at the Christmas party either, so for that you do have to go and do the first one.
Tip number 23, go hard or go home. If you're going to do Disney, do it properly. There's no half-arse at Disney. For any sort of event you're doing, whether it's Christmas, Halloween, Dapper Day, anything, always dress for the occasion and make sure you're doing it properly.
Yes.
You get, although it's more effort beforehand with planning, it's so worth it. You get better interactions, it makes it all feel so much more magical. It's better for the photos. If you're with a massive family, people do things like if there's a group of 5 of them, they dress up as Inside Out, everyone's a different emotion.
Yeah.
And it all just looks amazing. Like I said, you get so much better interaction with all the characters. Especially if you're nervous with speaking to characters, it gives you a really good starting point to talk with.
Yeah, this is the same thing with Disney bounding. Like if you Disney bound, so sort of dress as a character you like inspired by their colours without actually dressing up as them, so it's not cosplay, it's more like inspired by them. That helps you get really good interactions as well without even saying anything.
When we were at Halloween before, we saw people, they just sort of wore a yellow nighty top and be like, I'm Belle! It's like, no you're not, just go home.
So tip number 24 is to use FastPass. So this is a really good recommendation if you're there in the parks at quite a busy time of year. If you can, do get a FastPass for the things that have FastPass connected to them. So we used FastPass for the Illumination show, which is in Epcot across the lake, which is beautiful, and we had a really, really good view, like sort of front and centre and from a really good position around the lake. A lot of people apparently don't know this, but it is included in the price of your ticket.
Point number 25, it just goes without saying, but obviously you need to emphasise it. Always make sure you get there early, be punctual to everything. And when we say early, we don't just mean turn up 5 minutes before. Usually at Disney, because of the crowd levels and sort of the amount of security things, you have to get there early for things. So the special events tend to start around 7 o'clock, but if you're not going there for the day usually, people start rocking up around like from 4 o'clock-ish.
Yeah, and you can get entry to the park from 4.
And the same for events and things during the day. Usually people normally turn up to like Fantastic about 90 minutes early just to get that good spot. So obviously you need to find sort of like what your sweet spot is for you, sort of how early you want to turn up for things.
Yeah.
But don't turn up at the last minute and then
expect to get front.
Exactly. You need to make sure that you turn up early, and again, it's all about plan. Make sure that you plan it well enough.
So given how important tip number 25 is, tip number 26 is going to seem quite peculiar, because tip number 26 is to not always be sat or stood in the front and centre of where a special event or show is happening. And this is because, one, these kind of spots are very, very few and far between, and sometimes you have to fight tooth and nail to get them, or sort of show up 3 hours early sometimes. And the other reason is because, well, if you're right at the front for Happily Ever After, for example, you won't sort of get to appreciate all the projections on the show. It's better to be a little bit further back, like near the hub grass, or like a little bit further down Main Street to get like the best view.
Casey's Corner for fireworks always seems to be a good one, because although you're quite far back, you think, I don't want to be all the way back there, but you get a really beautiful view, because obviously with Happily Ever After, one of the main things about it is the castle, then you have these beautiful fireworks and lights showing, almost light shows now going off everywhere.
Yeah.
So, but you need to be at a distance to appreciate. You see people who are, oh my god, I'm so far forward, and all you can see is a castle.
Yeah, don't make that mistake like we did on our first night.
Front and centre isn't always the best seat. You have to sort of judge the event for itself.
Yeah.
To find where the best spot is. It's not always right in the middle. Look for people with tripods. They're setting up a camera. They know where the best spot's going to be. So just sort of stand in front of them.
For the parade, so the Festival of Fantasy parade, and also the Move It, Shake It parade. Lots of people will automatically run over to Main Street and think, oh my god, this is where it's happening, the castle's here. But in actual fact, you can get a really good view, and without having to wait as long as you would if you're standing on Main Street in Frontierland and in Liberty Square. And another pro tip that we actually picked up while we were in Disney at Paris is to stand behind a child in a buggy.
Yes.
This sounds really peculiar, again, but
we did it about 3 or 4 times.
yeah, but obviously if their parent is sort of stood next to them or sort of around them, you know, I mean, we're not saying, you know, push the parent out of the way and stand behind the buggy. That's not what this is about. This is, you know, if there's people with their kids in a buggy on the front row, if you stand behind them, there's absolutely no one blocking your view because the child sat in the buggy, happy as Larry, they're on the front row and you can see everything.
Point number 27 is to always get involved wherever and however you can. There's always an opportunity to get involved. Disney, again, spreading the magic is all about interactivity. So whether it's just something you see, like when you're at the Indiana Jones show, when they call volunteers, get yourself down there.
Yeah, and even if like your other half is the one that wants to jump up and volunteer, like you both get to experience that memory together. Like it was really cool coming home from Florida and like telling my parents that Ollie was in the Indiana Jones show, and Buffalo Bill was in Paris as well. My dad was very jealous. Tip number 28 is to consider extras. This is obviously whether you have the spare cash for this kind of thing, because sometimes Disney ain't cheap, and the extras do require quite a lot of extra money on top of your Disney tickets. But yeah, but you know, each their own. So one of the options in terms of shows and special events is the dessert parties. So they do these for Happily Ever After. I keep wanting to say wishes, Happily Ever After. And what this involves is basically you either pay, I think, $59 or $79. The $59 option, so it's not cheap, gets you loads of desserts, and you get access to like a special sort of fast pass area, so like priority still standing, don't get a seat, priority standing area to watch the Happily Ever After fireworks, so you don't have to worry about like standing there for at least an hour to get your good spot. And the $79 option allows you to actually watch the fireworks from, I believe, a seat. I know. From Tomorrowland Terrace.
Well, the other one is the boat party. I think that's for illuminations. You can rent a boat.
But these are super expensive. These are $299, but the boats fit 21 people. So if you're going with a huge group, like, I don't know, you're there with your college or school or something, or you're having a family reunion or something.
That's a big family.
It's probably an Irish family. Then that might be an option for you, because obviously the more people you have on there, the cheaper it's going to be. And you would get, I'm sure, a really cool view. And another choice is having a meal at a time just before the fireworks start in one of the restaurants. So we had a meal at California Grill when Wishes was around, and our main dish came out when the fireworks started. So we timed this on purpose so that we could watch the fireworks from the balcony at California Grill. And it was lovely, it was so nice.
Yeah, and then we did a similar thing at Epcot as well, in one of the Mexican restaurants, which is just on the water there. If you time it perfectly, you could be sitting there by the window, getting your main, and then you can just stare out the window onto this beautiful lake, which has got all the beautiful fireworks and the spinning globe and all the music. It's just so magic.
Yeah, and I think that restaurant was La Pasadena de San Angel, is that the one? Possibly.
It was the posh Mexico.
I'm sure I'm absolutely murdering that. But yeah, there's tons of options for these kind of places, like Ohana in the Polynesian resort. They do a similar thing to California Grill. Another option is also the Disney After Hours parties or special events. I'm not sure if they do these anymore, but these are $119 per person, which is too much money, in my opinion. And these start at either 8 or 9 PM, and you get 3 hours access to the park with not that many people there at all. So you get rides, you get like basically fast passes to the rides, you get meet and greets, the photo pass photographers are out, so I'm sure you can get some lovely pictures. and you also get ice cream, popcorn and drink included in the whopping great price tag you pay for it. But it's if money is no object, or if you're never going to go to Disney again and you've saved like every last penny you have, you might as well make the most of it.
So our tip number 29 is to always plan your dates around Disney. Okay, so I know sort of for some people you're not able to do this, you sort of have to just grab the dates that you're able to get there. But if you are able to, make sure you plan your dates around them. All the different Disney seasons make for a very different experience throughout all of the Disney parks. So Epcot during the Food and Wine Festival, which is amazing, do it. Gives it a completely different vibe to normal Epcot in the Flower and Garden Festival. So saying Magic Kingdom at Christmas is a completely different experience to Magic Kingdom at Halloween. Decide what you want to do, look throughout the year, see what there's always some sort of season going on.
Yeah.
Decide what season you want, plan around that.
And tip number 30 is going to come, I'm sure, as no surprise, which is to plan lots. Just emphasising this point. Use the tools that Disney gives you. Use the My Disney Experience app, use the maps, use Disney Facebook groups like UK Disney Parks fans, It's Orlando Time, Disney Dog, Disney and Orlando for the Brits, All Things Disney, and the forum called The Dib, all of which will leave details for in the description box below, so you can check them out and join them and like talk to all the lovely people on them and get more advice for your Disney holiday.
Excel's good, Excel is your friend.
Yes, do a spreadsheet!
Spreadsheets are fun. We went a bit over the top though. Originally I divided it into 15-minute slots, and then I realised that's ridiculous of me. It needs to be at least half an hour time slots throughout the day of every day. And then it was all colour coded and everything from Neil's attraction shows. But that sort of thing, when you're planning, it's really, really helpful. So thanks very much for watching, guys. Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, and again subscribe and hit that notification icon if you haven't already. As already mentioned, this has been part of our collaboration with 4 other Disney YouTubers. So be sure to check out their channels. Their videos are going to be coming up in the playlist to give you their recommendations on how to get the most out of your Disney holidays.
And if you think that we've left any tips with regards to shows and special events out, then please do leave a comment and to let other viewers know, because we want to know what those tips are as well. Everybody wants to know more Disney tips.
Yeah.
So we'll see you next time, guys.
See ya. Bye.